Japanese from Zero. I'm George Trombley, and this is Japanese Daily. Now, what Japanese Daily is supposed to be is nothing complicated. These are things that you need in your daily life with Japanese, so they're never going to be uber complicated. A lot of times, when people study Japanese, they go down crazy paths, and they worry about these big things that are going to be maybe used 0.01% of their life. The things we talk about on Japanese Daily are extremely important, low-level grammar most of the time, but going to be used a lot. Today's topic is neru koto, sleeping. We sleep every single day. That's a daily thing that we do. Let's talk about it. Let's look at how we do this, right? It's not going to be a very long video. It's going to be very short, but we're going to learn some things, and I'm going to test you as we go, all right? So the verb to sleep is neru. Now, those of you that are watching in the live stream, please tell me if neru is don't look it up. Is it an eru verb, or is it a regular verb? Let me know. What kind of verb is it? Now, in other books, it would be an ichidan or a godan. Which one is it? Is it an ichidan, a one-step verb, or a godan, a five-step verb? What do you think? Iru eru. Right. You guys are all good. Very good. You guys nailing it. It's iru eru. Now, what is an iru eru verb? Is any verb that ends with, that rhymes with eru or iru could be an iru eru verb. And that means it does its conjugation different. Okay? If a verb does not end in a ru, no matter what verb it is, that verb is regular and it follows the same pattern always of conjugation. The definition of a regular verb is it doesn't end in a ru and it always follows the same pattern. An iru eru verb is a special type of verb that drops the ru. It's a one-step verb. It's an ichidan verb, and all you do is you add the stems. So iru eru, drop the ru. Iru eru, drop the ru. I specifically call it iru eru because it rhymes with iru and eru. It makes sense. Those of you that studied with other books might have heard of something called ru verbs or u verbs. Okay? I have made videos saying how I think it's a horrible naming convention, because what exactly is a ru verb? If I say to you, what is a ru verb? If I said to you, this is a ru verb, you might think, oh, so if a verb ends in a ru, it's a ru verb. No. If a verb ends in a ru, it only means it can be one of any type of verb, because every verb type has verbs that end in ru, including iru eru, including regular, including the irregulars suru and kuru end in ru, and including the what we call aru verbs, the high-level polite verbs, the humble type verbs like irasharu and gozaru, stuff like that. Or gozaru is kind of weird, but irasharu. Why am I not coming up with any more? Meshiagaru. These verbs also end in ru. So if it ends in a ru, the only thing you know is that it might not be regular. That's all you know, because it could be regular. The only thing you know is that, right? So, and the other reason I don't like calling a verb an u verb, which I'm not exactly sure why they would choose that naming convention, because there are verbs that end in u. And every verb that ends in an u is just a regular verb. And it's not anything different from any other verb that ends in like a gu or a bu or a ku. Those are all the same. So why would you single out u verb? Okay, my understanding is that Genki teaches it this way. Japanese for Busy People teaches this way. I think it's possible that Tae Kim's book teaches this way, which I don't know. Coincidentally, they all chose this bad naming convention, or someone came up with it once and then someone looked at it and used that. I'm not calling people out for copying, but I'm just saying, why would you all choose the same bad naming convention? I didn't mean to go down this road. This is Japanese Daily, but it's been a while and I have a lot of pent-up anger. So if you learned with ru and u verb and that's what you're comfortable with, that's fine. I don't exactly know what this is classified in that. I don't know what they mean by ru verb. I don't know what they mean by u verb. I probably should look it up, okay, before I say it's a bad naming convention. I do know one thing. It can't be good, because when I think what's a ru verb, I can't think how I can classify that as one thing, because that's like saying, oh, what kind of animal is that? It's an animal. It's an animal. Well, animals can be birds or fish. They can be mammals, they can be birds, they can be swimming in the ocean, but they're all animals, right? That's the equivalent of when you say something's a ru verb, you're basically saying it's an animal. You better say mammal, land animal, bird, you know, give it a different classification. Okay. Maybe I should put skip the rant in the beginning of this and then you can just skip it. Okay, here we go. So, neru means to sleep, and because it's an iru eru verb, we drop the ru and then we add stems to it. Okay, or endings, I'm sorry. We add verb endings to that stem. So, ne mas, will sleep. Nemasen, won't sleep. Nemashita, slept. Nemasen deshita, didn't sleep. Netai, want to sleep. Netakatta, wanted to sleep. Netakunai, don't want to see how that works. We just add these endings to the stem. So the first thing you do when you have a verb and you want to use it in a sentence, you always have to find out what is the form that I add the endings to. And with iru eru verbs, it's awesome. You literally just remove the ru because it's an ichidan, one-step verb. It's easy. All right? Who knows how in the stream, let's just see, without looking it up, please, what's the opposite of to sleep? Or by the way, this also means to go to bed. It doesn't mean just to sleep. Because a lot of times, if you say to go to bed, you wouldn't say betto ni iku. You don't do a direct translation. You would say neru. All right? So what is to wake up? Let's look who says it in the stream. No. To die is not the opposite of sleep. You can sleep when you die, though. Okiru, very good. Think before you sleep. The most appropriate name, think before you sleep, said the answer is okiru. And then he said shinu. But yes, okiru. All of you guys are excellent. You're nailing it. It is okiru. Okiru. Now, what type of verb is okiru? We know because it ends in a sound iru, it's a candidate for being an iru eru. There's no way to know if a verb is an iru eru, if it's a drop the ru kind of a verb. You won't know. You have to learn it. Okay? You have to learn it. But what is it? Okay? Zenif Mo says it's an ichidan verb, which means the one step, which means the one step is you drop the ru, you're correct. So neru and okiru are both the exact same type of verb. Congratulations. Okay? So if we want to say, I will wake up, okimasu. You just remove the ru, add your stem. Add your ending. I accidentally say stem a lot when I mean ending. Okay? So bear with me if I do that. So, okimasu. I won't wake up, okimasen. I want to wake up, okitai. Okay? That's how that works. Now, if these were, by the way, neru, to sleep, is an iru eru verb. And this goes to the point where you don't know how a verb is an iru eru verb by looking at it. There's another verb, neru. It means to knead like dough. I think it's K-N-E-E-D or K-N-E-A-D. I don't know. Someone will type it in the comments. But to knead, right? That is also neru, okay? But it's nerimasu because it's not an iru eru verb. It's a regular verb. Now, in our book, we call it iru eru exception verb. Meaning, by default, you should always assume an iru eru sounding verb is iru eru, unless you learn that it's the exception, which really just means it's regular, okay? I kind of hate the iru eru exception naming protocol, and I'm considering removing it in the update and just calling them regular, okay? Because really, that's all it means. It just means it follows the pattern of regular conjugation. So, if you accidentally say nerimasu, it means you're kneading. Okay? And also there's keikaku o neru. Keikaku o neru means to formulate a plan, and I believe that's nerimasu. Keikaku o nerimasu, I believe. Let's go ahead and look. Give me a second. Let's just go ahead and look, right? This is a free stream, live stream right here. We're going to pop this over here. Okay. Gonna go ahead and go to jisho.org, and let's look at what comes up with neru. Okay. Here it is, right here. To knead, to thicken and paste, to polish, to train, to exercise, to gloss, to tan. Yeah, yep, that's it. So it is. It's the same one. So I think if we go to Google Translate, which is a good thing to use despite what you hear, because if you know enough Japanese, you'll know. Keikaku wo neru. Oh my gosh. Why is that Korean? Plan a plan. That's what so there. Neru means to plan. Did it show that up here? Doesn't actually say that. But yeah, formulate a plan. Let's see if we can get it to do that. Formulate a plan into Spanish, obviously. Japanese, where is it? J, boom. Yes, Japanese. Come on, give it to me. Tateru. Tateru is good too, oh my god. What time is it in Japan? What time is it in Japan right now? It's 2:32. Let's see if Kanako's awake. I want to ask her this question. Give me a second. Japanese daily sometimes involves a little bit more discussion. Give me a second. Where is Kanako? Kanako, I have a quick question. Very important. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get her online here. Come on, Kanako. Come on, Kanako. You know what? Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to call my wife, who's in Japan right now. Here we go.
はい、もしもし。
もしもし、質問があるんだけど、
はい。
計画を練るって言うんですか？
うん。
OK。計画を練ると計画を立てるってどう違うんですか？
計画を練るは、それが、本当にいいかとか、いろんなことを
計算するのね。
方面でいろんなことを検討して一番いいものを選んだりする、その全てのプロセスが入ってる。あと例えば大体の計画を立てていって、それで本当にその計画を実行するかどうか、例えば予算だったりとか、こういうプロセスでやるとか、そういう細かいことを一生懸命何通りか、探して、これが一番いいとか、そういうプロセスを計画を練る。
はい。そして計画を立てるっていうのは？
計画を立てるっていうのは、それまでとりあえずこうやっていきましょうって言って計画を決めることを計画を立てる。計画を練るは本当にいいかどうか検討したり、分析したり、もっとこう深い？
もっと深い。わかりました。ありがとう。はい。
はいはい。
じゃあね。
はい。
There you go. You all understand that. I assume you all understood exactly what my wife said. Keikaku neru, short story is, it's deep. Keikaku neru is like, do we have the money to do it? Is it a feasible thing? Is this something that we can do? It's like really formulating what you're going to do, really exploring the idea of making a plan. Look, Japanese Daily just took a turn crazy. We were supposed to be talking about sleep, but because neru also means keikaku o neru, but it's a regular verb, we had to learn. And then keikaku o tateru is just, okay, we've gotten all of that out of the way. Now let's just create the plan based on, we know that we're going to do it. We're just going to make a plan. It's just make a plan versus formulate, explore, figure out what you're going to do. Keikaku o neru, keikaku o tateru. Wow. I love when this happens. This is why I like to do it live. Okay. If you guys have seen me ever do these lives, I don't pre-plan. I just make a PowerPoint and we go through it. And sometimes that leads to some discovery. So I welcome you to tell everyone how amazing this channel is sometimes. Okay, so let's go through. Now we're going to take it back a notch. We were doing some really high-level weird stuff. Now we're going to come back to nemasu, right? So let's look at this sentence right here. And I've removed all the kanji because I know not everyone knows kanji. So wait, everyone, before I even read this, tell me what this says. Not the translation. Read it yourselves, and I want you to. We're just going to make sure you can read it, and then throw some translations up here in the YouTube live. The screens are messed up. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Oops. Oh, dang it. Oh no. Hang on. I put it on every screen now. Hang on. Oh my gosh. These bad boys around and get my live stream. I can't see anything now, guys. on? Everything has disappeared. This has to go back up here. I'm trying to find out where you guys went. There you guys are. And where is... Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Now we're good, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. Now. So, 普通何時に寝ますか? 普通何時に寝ますか? What does that mean? 普通何時に寝ますか? 普通何時に寝ますか? That means, what time do you normally go to bed? Now remember I said neru could mean go to bed. You would never say ベッドに行く. You would never say a direct translation like that. That's another pitfall of learning Japanese, is if you don't know that there's flexibility in a translation, if you learn that neru only means to sleep and not go to bed, you might think you have to say ベッドに行く. You don't say that. All right? All right, good. Let's look at another sentence. いつも何時に起きますか? いつも何時に起きますか? Now, we're putting some adverbs here in the front, right? 普通, normally. いつも is also an adverb, right? So いつも is always. People tend to add things like this. Like, what time do you normally go to bed? What time do you always sleep? Okay? So what does this mean? いつも何時に起きますか? What time do you usually... Okay, it could be, honestly, this could be translated as usually, because they don't really mean always, right? But they'll say it. So it is actually, what time do you always wake up? That's a little bit weird, right? Not in Japanese, it's not. いつも何時に起きますか? They're really meaning, what time do you normally wake up? Okay? So what time do you always wake up? All right, how about this one? Here's some answers. いつも7時に起きます. いつも7時に起きます. Let me ask you a question. Can we also say 7時? Just let me know here in the chat. Can we also say 7時? Because we learn that there's nana and shichi for Japanese number 7. Can you say that? Just curious. Can you say 7時? Let me know. You can't? Okay, Robbie says yes. Javel Ask says no. Scorpion says yeah. PS says no. Zenith Moho says never. Zenith Moho, you're actually wrong. It's kind of a mix. You cannot say nanaji. However, there is a specific time where even a Japanese person will say nanaji. And I've talked about it in video. It's if you're on an international flight and you arrive in America or some other place where the time zone is very different, the stewardess on the airplane will sometimes say nanaji because shichiji can sound like ichiji. So I have heard nanaji and I'm like blown away. This is only personal experience. I don't know if they train them to say it that way, or it's also very possible that the stewardess wasn't Japanese and messed it up. But I'm pretty sure they were Japanese. They would say, Tadaima no yokoku, or was it yokoku? The current time now in America is asa nanaji instead of ichiji. Because if you're not paying attention, you don't know what time you landed. Nanaji can never be mistaken as 1 o'clock. There you go. Very cool. Very good. We're learning some stuff, right? That's why we do it live. All right. I always wake at 7. いつも7時に起きます. Now, let me test you. Before I show you the next one, how would you say, normally I sleep at 10? In the comments. Normally I sleep at 10. I say in comments, this video, because it's going to be edited out, you guys can't see what they're commenting, but I actually am looking at a screen where there's like 97 people watching it live, so, 普通, oh, I gave the first word. I normally sleep at 10. How would you say that? Christian says, interesting. I know in aviation we say things like fife or niner. Do they have that in Japanese? I think they do with the nana for sure. I don't know about other things in aviation. So let's see, we got 普通10時に寝ます seems to be winning. Someone has, think before you sleep has 普通私は, but you're using the wrong wa. Wa is never wa when you type it. You type it as ha, it's ha. The character ha becomes wa. That's never, it always looks like a typo, right? But it's wrong if you use wa. The actual character wa is not used for the particle. It is ha. So 普通10時に寝ます. And also, you don't need to say 私は. Japanese sentences do. Notice that none of these sentences have I or you in them, even though if we're asking a question, I don't have to say 普通あなたは何時に起きますか? We don't need that, because if I'm looking at you, in Japanese, if you're looking at somebody and you're asking them a question, it's 100% obvious, like literally 1,000% obvious, that you are talking about them. You're asking it to them. If we were talking about my friend's mother, and she was the established topic, and then I said, 普通は何時に寝ますか? It's obviously about the mother. Because Japanese sets a topic, and that topic is sticky. It sticks. You don't have to restate it. You don't even need a pronoun. This is really important about Japanese, because if you add 私は and あなたはin every sentence, it's extremely unnatural. Okay? So 普通私は10時に寝ます is correct grammar, but normally, just like if I ask somebody a question, it's obviously about them. But if I say something, it's generally understood that it's about myself. Okay? Unless, for example, let's say we're talking about someone's mother, right? Like just in that same case, and they say, お母さんはいつも7時に寝ます. My mother always sleeps at 7. I could say, 早く寝ますね. Even though there's no she in there, because I'm responding to a topic about the mother, it makes sense that when I say, 早く寝ますね, wow, she sure sleeps early. Okay? It is she in there. I would not have to ever say 彼女は, and I would never say 彼女は. It's awkward. Okay? All right, there you go. I normally sleep at 10. All right? Now, just before we end, I'd like to give you some big words, and we're going to be, I told you I was going to test you. I already tested you a little bit. I'm going to give you some big words. Don't look them up. See if you can figure out what they mean. They're a little bit more advanced words. Let's just go with it. And type in the chat room, in the chat box, what you think it is. So, 寝足りない. You can say, 寝足りないです. Or 昨日ちょっと寝足りなかったですよ. Now, interestingly enough, 寝足りない doesn't come up in Jisho dictionary. And I thought I was going crazy when I looked it up because they use this. It's not an uncommon thing to say. 寝足りないです. Sage JMP says lack of sleep. Yeah, exactly. Lack of sleep. Very good. Because tariru means to have enough. Tarinai means not have enough. So it's really not enough sleep. I didn't get enough sleep. Exactly, not enough sleep. Okay. It doesn't mean I haven't slept. The Temple of Shin. It doesn't mean you haven't slept. You did sleep. You just didn't get enough sleep. Okay. Mitchell says you can use tariru after other verb stems. Can you use tariru? Let me think about that. I can't think of any, like you couldn't say like tabe tarinai. You just don't do that. You would say, let me answer that after this next one, because this next one will give you a little bit of help here. What's this one? Nebusoku. Nebusoku. Benkyou shi tarinakatta. No, they never would say that. What they would say is, if you want to say, if you have a pseudo verb, you could take the first part of the pseudo verb and remove the pseudo and put a ga in the middle. Benkyou ga tarinakatta. Benkyou ga tarinakatta. Because tariru itself is a verb, right? I didn't study enough. Benkyou ga tarinakatta. My study was lacking. Okay? So that's a very common one, right? All right. Now, nebusoku. What does that mean? Foot is asleep. I mean, it's not a bad way. I mean, okay, my foot's asleep. I mean, because that is indeed ashi, right? It's soku. does mean foot and not foot sleep. Yeah, no. So now if you look at this kanji and this kanji, they're both the same, right? So even though this is read as ta and this is read as soku, they're the same kanji and they both mean to have enough. Now, this is a Chinese character, or kanji, right? Bu in Chinese, bu. And it's bu in Japanese. Busoku, nebusoku. It's fusoku. Fusoku, if you read the word without, if it's not attached. And that means lack of. A lack of. So, lack of sleep. Exact same meaning. Ta-da! Exact same meaning. Okay? So you could say, watashi wa nebusoku desu yo. I'm really lacking in sleep. Okay? Now you can say, benkyou busoku. Not studying enough. Lack of study. I'm just trying to think. Can you say tabetarinai? I don't think you can. You know what? We already did this once. And you wouldn't say tabebusoku either. So let's just call the wife. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
はい。
すいません、今ストリーミングしてるんだけども、
はい。
言葉で寝足りないってありますよね。
寝足りない。
寝足りないですよ。ちょっと最近寝足りないですよ。って言うんじゃん。
あ
ほんで、寝不足もありますよね。
はい。
で、他の動詞で、例えば、勉強不足だと言えますよね。
はい。
でも、勉強が足りないも言えるし、でも、食べ不足とか、食べ足りないとか、
食べ足りないは、
ある？
使う。
あと、どの動詞で足りないを使うんですか？食べ足りない。思いつくやつでいいんですけど。飲み足りないも言えるよね。食べ足りないが言えるなら。でも、飲み不足？食べ不足？言える？
栄養不足はあるよ。
栄養不足。でもそれは、その栄養は名詞じゃないですか。これ動詞で話してるんですね。どの名詞プラス不足は使えるんですよね。眠いね。寝足りないですか？寝足りないですか？寝不足ですか？
でもさ、寝る足りないじゃないでしょ？
寝る足りないじゃないよね。
だから名詞として使ってるんじゃないの動詞を。
それはそうなんだけど、確かにね。なるほどね。だから動詞で使えないんだ。そうだ。
行く足りない、行き足りない。だから行くことが何回も言ってるけど、まだ行き足りない。
わかった。名詞プラス足りないですね。動詞じゃないですね。
何かが足りないっていうのはフルの状態じゃないっていうでしょ。
わかった。
だから、
助かりました。
はい。
はい。じゃあね。はい。それでいいんですよ。はい。はい。Alright. You can say 食べ足りない。You can say 飲み足りない。Not drinking enough. Right? 水飲み足りない。Can say that. I don't ever say it, but you can say it. It didn't sound natural to me, but my wife said she could do it. And also, she brought up a very good point. When she said you can say 栄養不足, when I said, can you say 食べ不足? She said you could say 栄養不足, and I said, well, that's a noun plus 不足, which obviously you can do. She pointed out, 寝不足, in this case, 寝 is a noun. Sleep. What about it? Don't have enough. It's not a verb. Good point. All right, wow, we're learning a lot. All right, here we go. What does this mean? 寝坊する。寝坊する。Murakami-san says to make a plan is 計画を立てる and to consider the plan is 計画を練る。計画を練る。Very good. Thank you. ありがとうございました。Okay, so 寝坊する. No, it's not sleep too much. It's overslept. Think you go. Think before you sleep. Your username is so great. You should get every one of these right. Right. It doesn't mean to sleep in, because that has a good. That sounds like a good thing, right? It's a bad thing. You overslept. Okay. How do you say I want to die in my sleep? I know there's got to be a word for that, right? I don't know it. Something she? Huh. Maybe Murakami-san knows. Murakami-san, 寝てる間に死にたいってなんか一つの言葉にまとめることってできますか？ So, 寝ている間に while I'm sleeping 死にたいです。You could say that. I want to sleep while I'm sleeping, right? So, during the time that I'm sleeping. No, 眠くて死にそう。Okay, that's good. That's different. 眠くて死にそうではないですね、村上さん。That means I'm so tired I feel like I'm going to die. 私が言ってるのは寝ている間に、要は起きてる時ではなく寝ている時死にたい。なんとか死とかなんかないんですか？なんかないのかな？寝ながら死にたい。While sleeping. But that's like two actions at once, right? While I am sleeping. At the moment, yeah, I feel like 寝ながら死にたい。寝るうちに死にたい。寝てる時死にたい。Multitasking. Yeah, it's like, while I'm sleeping, I might as well die. 私はいつも寝ながら死ぬんですよ。Yes, I always die while I'm sleeping. Yes, same time. Very good. All right. なんかないですか、村上さん。寝ている間に死にたいっていうのはないですか？ Wow, this is like a long daily. We're nailing this. This is good. We're having a lot of fun. Are you having fun? Let me know in the comments. Are you having fun? 寝たら死にたい. That would mean I want that when I sleep I want to die. That's like if I sleep I want to die. 寝るときに死にたい, scorpion feet. Yeah, I mean these are all close, right? But now when you say 寝るときに死にたい, that means when I sleep, like the moment of starting to sleep, I want to die, right? 寝て死にたい. Yeah, I like that one. 寝て死にたい. I want to sleep and then die. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with just what I taught you. 寝ている間に死にたいです. Because 寝ている間 means during the time when I'm sleeping, I would like to die. Murakami-san says, sleeping is nemui, go to bed is neru. Okay. All right, cool. Yes, that is true. All right. Next one. What is this one, guys? Hiru ne. Hiru ne. We're having fun. Hiru ne. So hiru means afternoon or lunch, right? Lunch. Hiru tabeta? Did you eat lunch? Hiru ne. Yes, you guys are all getting it. Nap. So you could say, you could make it into a verb. Hiru ne o shimashita. I took a nap. Hiru ne o shimashita. All right, thank you for watching Japanese Daily. Wow, we did a lot. I'm very excited about what we have done. Very happy with this. If you'd like to learn more Japanese and you're just getting started, people sometimes ask me, what book do I recommend? And of course, I am going to be very biased because a lot of energy, a lot of work went into the Japanese from Zero book series, all available now on Amazon, and even Kindle forms are now only $9.99. The links are below in the description. And what's amazing, why do I recommend Japanese from Zero over any other books? Number one, I wrote it, and I make all the money. So you know what I'm saying? I can't say no. Why would I recommend any other book? But realistically, if I wasn't the author and if I wasn't making the money, I would still recommend it for the one sole reason that if you have Japanese from Zero books 1, 2, and 3, there's videos explaining every single lesson right here on this channel that you can watch for free. Matter of fact, even if you don't have the book, you'll get a lot of benefit out of watching the Japanese from Zero video series. Just like we talk about things here right now in this Japanese Daily, about 2 years ago I created the series where we go through every chapter in the book. It's certainly more fun if you have the book and you can do the exercises and you get a little bit more information. But honestly, you could do it without all of that. You could just watch those videos. So I highly recommend that. And that's probably linked also down below. I don't know. Look for it. It's called Japanese from Zero video series. Thank you for watching. This has been Japanese Daily. Please share with me down below your thoughts on what we talked about today, because comments mean a lot to me. I do read all the comments. And if you like the video, show your love. Please actually click the like button. It's a really easy thing for you to do. I'll see you on the next Japanese from Zero.